Hey friends, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I am Catrice, the creator behind Catrice Designs, and in today's video we are going to make a mug rug with some embroidery on it. So this is the fabric that I'll be using. It is a orange polka dot print, and we're also going to be using this orange floral print as well. And I'm going to line it with the Wrap and Zap batting, which is a 100% cotton batting. And I just used this brand, which is the Petalon Wrap and Zap. So we're going to get started here at the cutting table. Then we're going to go over to the sewing machine and then to the embroidery machine. And I'm going to show you this font that I found. I thought was so cute. So it is I don't know if the camera can pick up or not, but the font is going to be trimmed in little dots around the initial. And when I do the stitch out, you'll see it a little better than that. But we're going to use that. And so let's get started. I'm going to switch the camera around and we will go ahead and cut the fabric out. Okay, so here we are at the cutting table, and I'm going to cut one side of it first, because it's going to be sort of like two panels. So, and I think this one, I'm going to cut it at 4 inches wide. Yeah, 4 inches wide. So the mud rugs can be pretty much whatever size you like. And I think I'm going to do mine. It's going to be 8 inches. I'm going to do 10 inches wide and 6 inches tall. So it's going to be 10 wide and then up to the 6 tall. But I'm cutting this little corner piece, out at 4 inches because I'm going to have the orange on the other half of it. And I think I'm going to do the embroidery on this section, but we'll see. I might change my mind by the time we get to the embroidery machine. So for this piece, I'm going to cut, and this is the second half, which is the orange. And in the back panel, it's just going to be it's going to be cut at one piece. Let's do this at 7. And this is my first one, so it's going to be a little trial and error to see if I actually like the finished size, but we'll see towards the end. Okay, so I cut it at the 6 inches, and now let me cut this one at the 6. And hopefully this turns out like I expect. Okay, so it's going to look like, am I in frame? Yeah. Okay, so it's going to look like this. We're going to sew it down. And, I may put the embroidery on this side because it's a little less busy over here. So, yeah, so we'll see. All right, so this is going to be the front panel. And then the back panel is going to be the full size of the mug rug. Okay, so we're going to cut the back panel. Put that over here. And I'm going to iron the pieces just to get out the folded wrinkles from where the fabric was folded. Get those out real quickly. I'm going to cut this at, you know what, to be on the safe side, I'm going to cut this at 10.5. And then I know for sure my top is at 6. And oops. Okay. All right, so let's bring the mat over and we can iron the little wrinkles out real quickly. And today, normally I use the Cricut mini press, but today I'm just going to use my, if you can see, the Oliso mini iron, because I'm just gonna iron out the wrinkles pretty quickly. So now that I've got the panels ready, I'm going to take these over to the sewing machine and get these sewn. You know what? No, I'm not. The next step that I'm going to do, once you cut, if you're doing embroidery, once you cut the panels, just go ahead and embroider what you're going to put on there. So I'm going to put the embroidery stitch on this particular panel, and then we'll go over to the machine and get that piece hooped and ready for the embroidery. And I'm going to be using this particular font, that font, but it's going to be a little smaller because I don't need it to be so big, because this rug is not going to be that large. Okay, so let's head over to the machine and get that done. Okay, so we are back at the craft table, and I'm going to show you the supplies that I've got over here. So I've got the tearaway stabilizer that I'm going to be using, and I'm going to be using the Mighty Hoop, and I've got some embroidery tape, and I went ahead into Embroidery and I printed the C that I'm going to be using. And the reason I print this is because I want to use the crosshairs right there. So that's where I'm going to put the laser beam, the little red dot laser beam on that when I get it to the machine, and it's going to, I would know that the design is going to stitch out perfectly centered to the fabric. So I also, here's the fabric. So I also went ahead and sewed the two panels together off camera, just like that, so that when I put the C on, I will go ahead and be able to get it centered how I want it before it gets on the machine. So let me just, oh, and you're gonna need a pair of scissors. And then I've got the fusible batting. No, it's not fusible, it's just the regular cotton batting. And then this is going to be the back panel. All right, so I'm going to bring the camera down on the table so you can see what I have set up and then how I'm going to get everything hooped, okay? So hold on 1 second. Okay, so we have everything here on the table, and I'm going to go ahead and place the, let's move these two out of the way. So what I'm going to go ahead and do first is place the cutout C on the side that I want the embroidery to be on. And then I'm going to take the embroidery tape, and I'm just using some Kimberbell embroidery tape, but you can use any kind of embroidery tape that you have on hand. So I'm going to go ahead and tape that down like that so it stays in place. And now I am going to get the Mighty Hoop out, and we are going to go ahead and get this hooped and get it on the machine. So what I'm going to do for this particular project is something that is called floating. So what that means is you just take your tearaway stabilizer, you take your project and you put it on top of here, and you want to tape it in place so that when it starts to embroider on the machine, it doesn't switch all over the place. And the reason why I'm doing that is because the fabric is not large enough for the Mighty Hoop. And so whenever you have a situation like that, you just go ahead and tape it down like I'm doing, and it'll stay in place and you won't have any problems with your design. Okay, so now we're going to take this and we're going to slide it over a little bit because I don't want my needle hitting the bar. So I've got the design right here. And let's go ahead and get this hooped. So you want to clamp it down pretty tight, and you want to be able to have like a drum-like fit on the back. So this is how it looks, and you can see the fabric is not under the frame, but we've got it taped to the stabilizer, and we're going to be just fine. And this is some tearaway stabilizer. Okay, so now let's head over to the machine and let's get this all hooped on the machine, and we'll go ahead and do the stitch out. Okay, so we're at the embroidery machine, and as you can see, there are 4 steps to this, and that's because this is a applique, but I'm not gonna stitch it out as an applique, I'm just going to skip down to the last set of stitches, and it's going to go ahead and just stitch the last set out, which is going to be the little beaded dots. And so if I was using it as an applique, I would go ahead and go all the way through the steps. All right, so let's get the hoop on and then we'll start the stitch out. Okay, so I've got the hoop on the machine, and what I'm going to do now is center this little laser dot right in here. I don't know if it's picking up on camera or not, but we are going to slide it over and get that little laser right on the crosshair. Okay, so now the laser is on the crosshair where I like it, and I can just go ahead and oh, you know what I need to do? Because I'm not using the hoops that come with the machine, this is the Mighty hoop. What I'm going to do is a test to just make sure, and I know that the needle is not going to hit the machine because we've got plenty of space, but you always want to get in the habit of doing a test out on it to make sure. Yep, so we're good there. Now I can just take this up, and I'm using one hand, so bear with me. All right, so we've got that up, and I'm gonna go ahead and start the stitch out, and I won't let you guys sit through all of that, so I'll let it go ahead and get started, and then I'll come back on camera and you can kind of see as it gets towards the end of the stitch out. Okay, and that sound means that it is finished, and that was a stitch out of 6 minutes in 2,513 stitches, and I run my speed at 400 right there. I don't go any faster because I don't like for my machine to do a bunch of flying stitches. So 400 speed has always worked fine for me. So now let's head over to the craft table and get this unhooped and ready to sew the back panel on. Okay, so I've got that off the machine, and that's the stitch out. This is by far one of my most favorite stitch outs, the outline of it. I like the little dots trimming the leather. All right, so now, whoops, sorry for the noise. So now what I need to do is just gonna take this off and take the tape off and take off the tearaway stabilizer. And then we are almost finished, y'all. Okay, so this is just, not in frame, this is just regular tearaway stabilizer. And you just literally tear it away. And there we have it. Okay, whoops, put that to the side. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, we have it looking like that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is go to the sewing machine. I'm going to put the batting on, and what I'm going to do is sew a straight stitch down this line here, down the seam line, and then go ahead and sew the back panel on. And then when I come back to the craft table, I will show you the finished product. Okay, friends, so here's the finished product, like that, and then that is the back. So off camera, I went ahead and stitched a border right around the sides there, all the way around. And that's how it turned out. And I absolutely love this font. I think this is one of my favorite fonts. If you can see how it has the little, focus camera, how it has the little beaded dots around. I absolutely love that. So if you enjoyed what you saw in today's video, I would appreciate a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.